Welcome to part 2 of our Travel Trio series, and in this video we'll be talking about getting a pet sitter for while you're away. Ian here with Simpawtico Dog Training, and before we start choosing a pet sitter, please make sure you're subscribed so you never miss any of our videos. And don't forget to check that YouTube description for notes, links, and resources about the stuff we talked about. Now, this is the second video in our travel trio. In yesterday's video, we discussed leaving your pet at a boarding facility. Today, we're going to look at leaving them with a pet sitter. All the videos will be linked up in the YouTube description. It's worth saying again, like we said in the last video, that proper identification and up-to-date vaccines are must-haves. This is responsible pet ownership. Now, if boarding isn't a good fit for your dog, or you just don't feel comfortable with any facilities in your area, then you're going to need a pet sitter. This has several benefits. Just like us, pets are more comfortable in their own home where they know the routines and may be getting attention from someone they know while you're away. Also, any non-dog or cat pets you have that can't go to a traditional boarding facility can also get proper care. This includes fish tanks, small animals like hammies, rats or guinea pigs, reptiles, and whatever else you may have. As with dogs and cats, make sure whomever you kindly ask, bribe, or pay to stay is familiar with the care and feeding of all the animals they will be responsible for. The most convenient option is to get a trusted friend or neighbor to stay with your pets. These are people you already know, so the vetting process is much easier. Assuming it's not a burden on them and the care of your pets is not a full-time job, this is a viable option. Barring someone you know, hire a professional pet sitter. A professional may in fact be a better option in some cases over a friend. Many professional pet sitters come with additional skills like pet CPR and first aid. How many of your friends know how to do that? Professionals also network with other professionals in the pet industry, including vets, dog walkers, trainers, and behavior consultants. They may even be part of the same business or even the same person. In fact, some pet sitters offer affordable add-on services such as in-home grooming, walking, and even training. Many will also bring in the mail, water plants, and other small things to make your home less inviting to burglary. As we talked about with the boarding facilities, get recommendations. You can start with asking people you know, but better resources will be other pet professionals you may already know and use, like your groomer or trainer. Definitely ask your local humane society too. You can also contact the National Association of Pet Sitters or Pet Sitters International. Check these people's references and do your research. Visit their websites, which they should have, and troll through their Facebook feeds. Look up everything. In the best cases, a professional pet sitter will be bonded and insured, and I would recommend you use someone that is, if at all possible. Not only does this protect you against many unfortunate circumstances while you're gone, but an insured and bonded professional is someone who's serious about what they do and has taken the necessary steps to be a professional. Insurance covers accidents and negligence for both parties. Bonding protects you against theft from the pet sitter or their employees. Also, check out their training and experience. How long have they been doing this? What professional organizations are they a part of? As you narrow down your choices, then of course call and schedule an interview. Have them come over and meet your pet if they have not already. See how your dog responds to them, and of course see if you like this person's vibe. Now, whether you choose a professional pet sitter or have a friend help you with it, you need to get your ducks in a row well in advance. You have some responsibilities in this relationship too. Make sure your pet is socialized. As we talked about in part 1, make sure your dog can handle being left with someone. Most healthy, well-behaved dogs can be left just fine. But if your dog suffers from some isolation distress, a boarding facility may be the better option. A dog with real separation anxiety is either going to have to go with you, or you will need to stay home until the dog is rehabilitated. Make your reservations as early as possible. Have all your documentation and other bits straightened out before you leave. Leave complete vet information, instructions, and resources for your sitter. Seriously guys, don't half-ass this stuff at the last minute. We tend to take the routines for granted because we do it every day. Someone else, though, isn't going to know all the nuances, so you're going to have to leave detailed instructions for them. What does your dog eat? How often? How much? Where do they sleep? Where do they walk? How far? How long? Where is all the dog stuff kept? You should also leave a document authorizing the person to obtain veterinary care should the need arise. A professional should have all these necessary paperwork ready for you to sign, but if you're using a friend, you'll need to write up a few of those things to leave with them. Make sure they know which vet you use and can administer medications if your pet takes any. Are you providing amenities to your sitter? Food? A spare room? Access to your DVD collection? list these things and delineate what things are off limits. Show them where the circuit breaker is. If a circuit pops in the middle of the night, they're going to need to know how to turn it back on. Have extra supplies on hand in case you get stranded where you're at. Car trouble, delayed flights, inclement weather are all possibilities you should account for. And following that line of thinking, what happens if the sitter has car trouble or an emergency or becomes ill? Do you have contingency plans in place? If not, make them. Make sure you both exchange reliable contact info. This is a two-way street. Are you giving your sitter a key? How will you get it back? Make sure you show them the ins and outs of your security system if you have one, and along those lines, introduce the sitter to your neighbors if possible, or at least tell your neighbors about the person so they don't call the cops the first time they see someone strange going into your home. Also, please understand that a pet sitter probably won't stay at your home 24/7. They do have obligations and family of their own. You can expect that they'll spend most of their time there, but there will need to be times when your dog is alone for short periods, and this is reasonable. Don't expect 24/7 care unless you are willing and able to pay handsomely for it. Even a friend doing you a favor deserves some compensation. So good luck selecting a pet sitter if you choose to use one. Let us know in the comments what your experience has been with a sitter or what questions you may have about getting a sitter. Let's connect in those YouTube comments. In part 3, we'll be looking at some important things to consider if you decide to take your dog or dogs with you when you travel. Please give us a thumbs up if you learned something useful, and as always, keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.